Listen to me. There's a version of you that's destroying your life. The one that hides behind excuses, that chooses comfort over growth, that whispers tomorrow, maybe later. That version of you is the reason you're stuck, and it's time to kill him. Right now, in this moment, you're at war with yourself. And most men don't even know they're losing. They wake up every day, go through the motions, and wonder why life feels empty. They look in the mirror and see a stranger. A man who once had dreams, but now just has routines. A man who once had fire, but now just has Netflix and excuses. That man is not you. That's the imposter. The weak version that's been wearing your face, living your life, wasting your potential. And today, we're going to bury him. You've been told that it's okay to be weak, that it's okay to take your time, to go easy on yourself. But that's a lie designed to keep you comfortable and mediocre. Weakness doesn't protect you. It devours you. It eats away your confidence, your drive, your masculinity, until one day you wake up and realize you've become the man you swore you'd never be. Look at yourself right now. Be honest. Does the man in the mirror earn your respect or your pity? If there's even a moment of doubt, then you already know the truth. You've been living as a shadow of who you're meant to be. And here's what they don't tell you. Weakness is contagious. It spreads from your morning routine to your work ethic, from your relationships to your dreams. One compromise leads to another. One skipped workout becomes a month of excuses. One, "I'll do it later," becomes a lifetime of regret. The weak man thinks he's being kind to himself, but he's really committing slow suicide. Every time you choose the easy path, you're killing the man you could become. Every time you hit snooze, scroll mindlessly, avoid the hard conversation, you're feeding the version of you that deserves to die. There's a war happening inside every man between who you are and who you could be. And every time you give in to laziness, distraction, or fear, you feed the weak side. Weakness isn't just physical, it's mental. It's that voice that says, "Sleep a little longer. It's fine, you'll start tomorrow. It's too hard." That voice is the enemy, and the longer you listen, the stronger it becomes. But here's the truth they hide from you. That voice can be silenced. That enemy can be defeated. But only if you're willing to get violent with your excuses. Only if you're ready to look that weak version of yourself in the eye and say, "Not today. Not ever again." This war isn't fair. The weak side has every advantage. It has comfort, instant gratification, and the approval of a soft society. The strong side only has one weapon: your decision, your choice, your willingness to suffer for something greater. Every morning you choose which side wins. Every single decision is a vote for the man you're becoming. And right now, if you're honest, you've been voting for the enemy. You think weakness is comfort, but weakness is a slow poison. And the only cure is discipline. Comfort has become your prison. You've built walls of Netflix, social media, and cheap dopamine around yourself, and you call it rest. You call it self-care. But it's not recovery. It's surrender. You're not recharging. You're rotting. Look at your daily habits. How many hours do you waste on things that don't build you? How many times do you choose the easy option when the hard one would make you stronger? Your life is the sum of these choices. And right now, the math isn't adding up to greatness. The comfortable life is the dangerous life, because comfort doesn't announce itself as the enemy. It comes disguised as a reward, as something you deserve. And while you're sinking into that couch, scrolling through other people's lives, your potential is suffocating. Your ancestors fought lions, survived winters, built civilizations with their bare hands. And you You can't even put down your phone for an hour. You can't wake up early. You can't skip dessert. You've inherited the DNA of warriors and turned it into the lifestyle of a spectator. Discipline destroys weakness. It strips away excuses. It makes you dangerous again. Every rep you push when your body says no. Every cold morning you rise before the sun. Every time you show up, even when you don't feel like it, you're sharpening that blade. But discipline alone isn't enough. You need something deeper, a reason, a fire. Because discipline without purpose is like a sword without a warrior. Let me tell you what discipline really is. It's not motivation. Motivation is an emotion, and emotions are weak. They come and go like the weather. Discipline is the system that works when motivation fails. Discipline is waking up at 5 a.m., even when every cell in your body screams for more sleep. Discipline is doing the work when no one is watching, when no one will applaud, when there's no immediate reward. Discipline is the daily death of the weak man inside you. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're killing that version that wants to quit. You're strangling his voice. You're starving his influence. And here's the beautiful truth. Discipline compounds. The man who does the hard thing once finds it slightly easier the second time. The man who does it for a month builds a fortress of willpower. The man who makes discipline his identity becomes unbreakable. Start small if you must, but start today. Make your bed. Take a cold shower. Do 10 push-ups. Keep one promise to yourself. Because the man who can't keep small promises will never keep big ones. The man who can't win the morning will never win the day. You need a purpose bigger than your comfort, bigger than your fear. Something worth bleeding for. Because without purpose, discipline becomes torture. Without purpose, you're just going through the motions, waiting to die. What makes you forget to eat? What makes you lose track of time? What would you do even if you were never paid, never recognized, never celebrated? That's where your purpose lives. Not in the reasonable, practical life your parents planned for you. Not in the safe career path that society approved. But in that dangerous, unreasonable thing that whispers to you at 3 a.m. The weak man ignores that whisper. He tells himself to be realistic, to be responsible. He buries his purpose under bills and obligations and other people's expectations. And then he wonders why he feels dead inside. The strong man listens to that whisper. He protects it like his life depends on it. Because it does. Your purpose is the fire that turns discipline into destiny. It's the reason you'll push past pain when everyone else quits. It's the answer to the question, why am I doing this? Find your purpose. Protect it. Feed it with pain, struggle, and sweat until it becomes unstoppable. Let it possess you. Let it drive you mad with hunger. Let it turn you into someone your comfortable self wouldn't recognize. You run from pain like it's your enemy, but pain is the forge where greatness is born. Every scar, every failure, every sleepless night, those are not punishments. They're the price of evolution. The weak man runs from pain. The strong man endures it. But the great man welcomes it because he knows pain is the key that unlocks his true power. Let me tell you about pain. Real pain. Not the fake drama you create in your head, but the actual resistance that life puts in front of you. Pain is your body's way of saying, this is your limit. And your job is to whisper back, watch me exceed it. Every great man you admire has a relationship with pain that you don't understand. They've learned to sit with it, to use it, to transform it into fuel. While you're avoiding the hard conversation, they're having it. While you're choosing the easy workout, they're pushing to failure. While you're protecting your feelings, they're destroying their limitations. Physical pain teaches you about mental toughness. The last rep, when your muscles are screaming, that's where you learn about yourself. The ice-cold shower when your body begs for warmth, that's where you build willpower. The run when your lungs are burning, that's where you discover you're capable of more than you believed. But the deepest pain is emotional. The pain of facing your failures. The pain of admitting you've been living below your potential. The pain of watching others succeed while you make excuses. That pain either destroys you or remakes you. Your choice. Comfort is the real trap. It lulls you into mediocrity. Makes you believe you're safe when you're really rotting from the inside. The most dangerous place you can be is comfortable. Because comfort feels like success. It feels like you've made it, like you can finally relax. But comfort is quicksand. The more you sink into it, the harder it becomes to escape. Look at the men around you who've gotten comfortable. The dad bod. The weekend warrior who talks about his glory days. The guy with potential who never quite made it happen. They're not bad men. They're comfortable men. And comfortable men become cautionary tales. Comfort kills ambition. It murders discipline. It suffocates that fire in your chest until you can't even remember what it felt like to want something badly. Comfort turns warriors into spectators, dreamers into cynics, lions into house cats. You want to know the secret? The most successful men in the world are deeply uncomfortable. They live on the edge of their capabilities. They put themselves in situations where failure is possible. They risk looking foolish, losing money, getting hurt. Because they know that growth only happens outside the comfort zone. Stop seeking comfort. Start seeking challenge. Stop looking for easy. Start looking for meaningful. The comfortable life is not the good life. It's the slow death. Mediocrity doesn't scream. It whispers. It tells you you're doing just enough. It convinces you that average is fine, that surviving is living. But surviving is not enough. You weren't born to just exist. You were born to conquer yourself. The weak man settles. He chooses good enough. The strong man hungers. He wants more. Not out of greed, but out of the deep, knowing that he's capable of more. Mediocrity is the most insidious enemy because it doesn't look like the enemy. It looks like a normal life. It looks like what everyone else is doing. Wake up, go to work, come home, watch TV, repeat. Die at 75 with 50 years of regrets and a list of some days that never came. You've been trained to accept mediocrity, to celebrate it, even. At least you have a job. At least you're healthy. At least you're doing better than some people. At least. The language of the settling man. But deep down, you know you're capable of more. That knowing is what keeps you up at night. That gap between who you are and who you could be, that's the voice of your potential screaming for attention. And every day you ignore it, it gets quieter. Until one day, it's silent. And you've officially become average. Every time you choose comfort over challenge, you are killing your potential. Slowly, quietly. And one day you'll wake up realizing you wasted the one life you had. The tragedy isn't that you failed. It's that you never truly tried. That you played it safe. That you chose the guaranteed mediocrity over the possible greatness. That you died with your music still inside you. Average is not the goal. It's the baseline. It's the minimum. If you're aiming for average, you'll land below it. If you're comfortable with good enough, you'll consistently deliver less than that. Excellence is not a destination. It's a standard you hold yourself to every single day, in every task, every conversation, every moment, when no one is watching. Excellence is doing the thing right, even when doing it halfway would be easier and no one would know the difference. You know the difference. And that's what matters. The excellent man doesn't ask, "What can I get away with?" He asks, "What am I capable of?" He doesn't compare himself to others. He compares today's version of himself to yesterday's. And he demands improvement. Set the standard. Hold the standard. Be the standard. Let other men wonder how you do it. Let them think you're extreme, obsessed, too much. Because while they're content with their comfortable mediocrity, you're building a legacy. Fear whispers, "You're not ready." Doubt screams, "You're not enough." But those voices are lies. Everyone feels fear. Everyone faces doubt. The difference is the weak man listens and the strong man moves anyway. You don't need to be fearless. You need to act despite the fear. Because courage is not the absence of fear. It's the decision to walk through it. Let me tell you something about fear. It's a liar. It tells you the risk is bigger than it is. It magnifies the danger and minimizes your capability. Fear wants you to stay small, stay safe, stay stuck. Because fear's job is to protect you from tigers. But there are no tigers. There's just the opinion of others, the possibility of failure, the risk of looking foolish. And those things won't kill you, but regret will. The regret of never trying, never speaking up, never taking the shot. That regret will eat you alive from the inside. You think the great men you admire were never scared? They were terrified, but they moved forward anyway. Fear tested them, doubt challenged them, and their actions were the proof that silenced both. Doubt asks, "Can you really do this?" And the only answer is to do it. Doubt asks, "Are you really good enough?" And the only answer is to prove it. You can't think your way out of doubt. You can't logic your way to confidence. You have to act your way to certainty. Every time you do the thing you doubt you can do, you weaken doubt's grip. Every time you prove yourself wrong, in a good way, you build unshakable self-belief. The man with no doubts is either a fool or a liar. Smart men doubt themselves. Strong men act anyway. Great men use doubt as fuel, as motivation to prove something to themselves. Stop waiting to feel confident. Confidence is the result of action, not the prerequisite. Do the thing scared. Do it with shaking hands. Do it with a voice that cracks. But do it. And watch what happens to your fear when you survive what you thought would destroy you. You want to be great? Then prepare to pay the price. Greatness will demand your time, your comfort, your peace, and sometimes even your sanity. There will be nights you question yourself, days when the weight feels unbearable. But those are the moments that define you. Weak men break under pressure. Strong men bend but never snap. Because they understand pain is temporary, but regret lasts forever. Let's be clear about the price of greatness. It will cost you friends who don't understand your obsession. It will cost you weekends while everyone else is partying. It will cost you comfort, sleep, and security. It will cost you the approval of people who chose mediocrity. And here's the question. Are you willing to pay it? Because the price of mediocrity is higher. It costs you your self-respect, your potential, your purpose, your peace of mind at 3 a.m. when you can't sleep, because you know you're living below your capabilities. Mediocrity costs you everything that matters and gives you nothing in return except the temporary comfort of fitting in. The great man pays the price up front. He suffers now so he can thrive later. He sacrifices comfort for freedom. He trades instant gratification for lasting fulfillment. He knows that everything has a cost, and he'd rather pay with effort than with regret. Stop asking for an easy life. Ask for the strength to endure a hard one. Stop praying for lighter burdens. Pray for a stronger back. The easy life makes weak men. Challenge makes strong men. Struggle builds character. Pain reveals purpose. And the man who has never suffered has never truly lived. You think you want easy, but what you really want is meaningful. You think you want comfortable, but what you really want is proud. You think you want to skip the struggle, but the struggle is where you become the man worthy of the victory. Every great story includes suffering. Every hero's journey goes through hell, and you're the hero of your story, or you're the cautionary tale. Your choice. Embrace the hard life. Not because you're a masochist, but because you're a realist. Life is hard regardless. The question is, will you get stronger because of it, or will you break? Power isn't about muscles or money. It's about mastery. The man who controls himself, his thoughts, his habits, his impulses, controls the world. Without discipline, you're a slave to your emotions, to your cravings, to your weakness. But when you master yourself, you become unstoppable. Because nothing external can shake a man who's already conquered his inner chaos. Self-mastery is the ultimate achievement. Not fame, not fortune, not followers. The ability to control your reactions, manage your emotions, direct your energy. That's real power. That's the difference between a boy and a man. The unmastered man is a slave. He's controlled by his appetites. His anger erupts without warning. His discipline crumbles under pressure. His word means nothing because he can't even keep promises to himself. He's powerful in no way that matters. The mastered man is free. He chooses his responses. He directs his energy toward his purpose. His yes means yes, and his no means no. He's reliable, first and foremost, to himself. And that self-reliability becomes the foundation of everything else he builds. Your mind is either your greatest weapon or your worst enemy. Every day, you're training it to be one or the other. Every thought you entertain, every story you tell yourself, every pattern you reinforce, you're programming your mind. Right now, for most men, the mind is the enemy. It generates excuses faster than you can act. It replays failures more vividly than victories. It magnifies fear and minimizes capability. It's been trained by a weak society to seek comfort and avoid challenge. But you can reprogram it. You can train your mind like you train your body. Through repetition, through intentional practice, through refusing to accept the first thought and demanding a better one. When your mind says, "I can't," you say, "Watch me." When it says, "I'm tired," you say, "You'll rest when it's done." When it says, "What's the point?" you remind it of your purpose. This is the ultimate battle, the fight for control of your own mind. Win this battle, and everything else becomes possible. Lose it, and you'll be trapped in a prison of your own thoughts for the rest of your life. Now look in the mirror. See that weak version staring back. That man who makes excuses, who hides behind comfort and fear. Kill him right here, right now. You don't owe that version of you anything. He's the reason you're stuck. He's the reason you hate yourself in silence. End him, and be reborn as the man you were meant to be. Driven, disciplined, dangerous. This is your moment of transformation. Not someday, not next week, right now. The old you ends here. That comfortable, excuse-making, potential-wasting version of you dies today. And in his place rises someone new. Someone who doesn't negotiate with weakness. Someone who treats discipline like religion. Someone who runs toward challenge instead of from it. Someone who honors his word, keeps his promises, and builds his legacy one difficult decision at a time. This rebirth won't happen once. It happens every day. Every morning you wake up, you choose which version of yourself gets to live. The weak one or the strong one? The comfortable one or the growing one? The man you've been or the man you're becoming? You're not your past. You're not your mistakes. You're not the sum of your failures or the weight of your regrets. You are what you choose to become, starting right now. Destroy the old identity, the one that says, I'm not a morning person. The one that says, I'm just not disciplined. The one that says, I can't do that. Those are lies you've been telling yourself. Stories you've repeated until they became your truth. But they're not truth. They're habits. And habits can be broken. You're not a fixed entity. You're a work in progress. And the author of that work, that's you. You write your story with your choices. You define yourself with your actions. You become whoever you're willing to work for. So decide who that is. Write it down. Make it real. Then live like that man starting today. Not perfectly, not without struggle, but intentionally, deliberately, with purpose. The world doesn't respect words. It respects actions. So stop talking about change. Be the change. Show them who you are when the lights go out. Show them the strength they never saw coming. You can read every book, listen to every podcast, watch every motivational video, but none of it matters until you act. Inspiration without action is just entertainment. Knowledge without application is just ego. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is bridged by action. Not perfect action, not flawless execution, just consistent, imperfect, relentless action. Putting one foot in front of the other, even when you can't see the path. Doing the next right thing, even when you don't feel like it. Stop preparing to start. Stop planning to begin. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. There's just now. And now is all you have. Every day is a battle between comfort and growth. Between who you were and who you're becoming. Between the easy path and the right path. You win this battle by inches, not by heroic gestures or dramatic transformations, but by small victories compounded over time. Win the morning, win the workout, win the hard conversation, win the temptation to quit. String enough small victories together, and you wake up one day unrecognizable, stronger, sharper, more disciplined, more capable, the man you needed to become. But it starts with today's battle, this moment's decision, this choice between comfort and growth. Make the right choice, then make it again and again, until right choices become automatic, until discipline becomes identity, until greatness becomes inevitable. You're going to die, maybe in 50 years, maybe tomorrow. And when you do, what will you leave behind? Will people remember a man who played it safe? Who chose comfort over courage? Who had potential but never actualized it? Or will they remember a man who burned bright? Who pushed limits? Who inspired others through his example? Who left the world better because he was in it? Your legacy is not written in your final years. It's written in your daily choices. In the battles you fight when no one is watching. In the standards you hold when no one would know if you cut corners. In the man you choose to be when being average would be easier. Kill that weak version of yourself. Not because he's evil, but because he's holding you back from your destiny. He's occupying space that the great version of you needs. He's living the life that your potential demands. End him. Mourn him if you must. But then move forward as the man you were always meant to be. The man who doesn't make excuses, who doesn't quit, who doesn't settle, who doesn't hide. This is your life, your one shot, your singular opportunity to become something great. And it's slipping away with every comfortable choice, every lazy day, every time you choose entertainment over improvement. But it's not too late. Not until you're dead. Until then, every moment is a chance to become someone better. Every breath is an opportunity to choose strength over weakness. So choose. Choose discipline over comfort. Choose pain over stagnation. Choose growth over safety. Choose the man you could be over the man you've been. Kill that weak version of yourself and let the world remember your name. Not because you were perfect, but because you were relentless, because you transformed, because you refused to settle for anything less than the man you were born to be. This is your moment. This is your war. This is your life. What are you going to do with it?